Yo, Nuglights, what's good? I'm back. Sorry for, being gone for so long, but we're here now. Nuggets off season. The draft was last week, right? Yeah, the draft was last week. Got some reactions for you. Shoot, I'll even give you a draft grade if you want. I got some news though for the off season. Hope you guys probably seen it as well on the news. Good, bad, we'll talk about it. And shoot, man. First things first, congrats to the Avs for winning the Stanley Cup final on Sunday. Parade's tomorrow, and I'm not going to be there. I got work. Wish it was today. Today would have been a great day. But hey, the Avs, congrats to them again. They've been at it for 3 years. Finally got over the hump. Second round exit after second round exit after second round exit. We finished it in six in Tampa. Amazing. Nathan McKinnon, amazing. Kale McCarr, amazing. The whole team, Dan, just amazing. Can't wait till next year. But enough said. It's time for some Nuggets, baby. So the news for today that I don't know if again I don't know if you guys seen it, but I seen it, and that's why I'm making this video. The Nuggets are finalizing a deal to get Contavious Caldwell Pope and Ish Smith from the Washington Wizards for Monte Morris and Will Barton. You know, thinking about it, when you first see it, it's kind of a tough one. A tough one to swallow. You're like, we're getting rid of Monte for KCP. KCP isn't the best when it comes to generating offense, but that's not what he's here for. He's gonna be here for 3 and D specifics. We needed more perimeter defense. We needed probably we need we need better shooting. Let's see, KCP, he got 39% from the 3 point line last year, which is great. Almost 40%. 13.2 points. Monte scored around the same. 1.9 assists, not a contributor, and he played 77 games last year. He was healthy for the most part. He provided defense on a bad team. And just it shows. He was an 89% free throw shooter. He was 43 from the field, not only from 3 point range. So field goal percentage, I'm not there yet. I'd have to compare it to different field goal percentages to know if that's good or bad or not. Still new at basketball. Still really figuring out how what goes on with basketball and stuff like that. In terms of minutes, he was playing 12.6 minutes per game. So he's coming off the bench. He's gonna be somebody that gives us the energy when we need it. And about I dropped it. But yeah, KCP, I see him as like not a six man, but a definite role player, 3 and D. After Murray would come out, actually, yeah, he'd be the six man actually to come off the bench. You know, when you look at the roster, which I will get down to it later. I will talk about the roster, but where Contavious Caldwell Pope is right now for the team, it makes a little bit of sense. It hurts though when we get rid of Monte. It was our sixth man when we had our full team going on. He was our starting point guard last season. I think it's good. I think it's good that we traded Monte. I think it's tough that what we got back wasn't what we were hoping for. We're giving Monte more of a chance to grow and be himself, going to a team like the Wizards. You know, we got Bones. We got Bones. We want to keep Bones. Bones can't always just keep coming off the bench after Monte. He's gonna be a starter. Bones is gonna be something great, especially with Jamal. At the two right next to him. There's a lot of potential there. Will Barton finally getting traded. This is crazy to me. The man that's been on this team for so long, the man that I've been clamoring to go for years. Years, the man that I got thrill 30 stitched on my hat for when I went to the Indiana Pacers game with my buddy, and he was the man that won us that game. You know, Jokic was out for a suspension, and Will Barton, you know, he got it done for us that game. He did what he needed to do. You know, Will's had has games like that. You know, he has 30-point games, 22-point games. You know, but they're never consistent. They're never, you know, when you think they'll be there. You're hoping that Will Barton can be, you know, consistent from you. He has the playmaking. He can get to the cup. His 3-point shooting isn't terrible, but isn't great. Leading 3-point shooter on the Denver Nuggets. It's gonna change. Murray is gonna get that soon. But man, for all that, I have to say thanks to Will and Monte for being on this team for as long as they have, for producing as much as they have, and I wish them luck. Especially they got Bradley Beal on their team, Kristaps Porzingis. I think they'll be fine. I think the Wizards are on the incline, but still bottom 10. That's all I got. Ish Smith is a backup point guard. He's not really anything too phenomenal. He's not really the guy that you'd want to cut Ish Smith sooner rather than later. Sooner rather than later, and try to find somebody that can really fill in that backup point guard for you. The Nuggets don't have that much money, and even though the Cronkies say that they'll push the salary cap, they'll do it. Championship window is here. I have to see it, man. Ish Smith isn't, like I said, he isn't the best point guard in the league. He is a veteran point guard, so that could probably help Bones out, especially being a smaller point guard, in the league. Can really help Bones out. But Ish Smith, KCP, role players coming off the bench. Tell me what you guys think about it. I want to get to. Well, yeah, for the last part of this, I want to get to the roster. Let me switch. I want to get to the roster real quick, and I just want to talk to you guys how I really feel about this. Where do I think the Nuggets should and can go for the remainder of the summer league. I don't know when it comes up, but it is going to be here. His starting point guard. I'm gonna go with the starting five, and then I'm gonna go down to the bench. Your starting point guard for me is Bones Highland. Your number two is Jamal Murray. Your three is MPJ. Your four is Gordon, and your five is Jokic. Obviously, that is the lineup. That should be the day one lineup. I believe it will be the day one lineup, and we just got to be excited for it. Bones is he's either gonna rise really, really high, or he's gonna most likely stay stagnant. I don't see Bones dropping off in production with the team that we have. You know what I'm saying? We got so many deadly scores on this team. We run this team off Jokic. If we keep reminding ourselves that as Nuggets fans, we run off the big yoke. We run off somebody that's a two-time MVP. We run this game off of a completely different talent, off a unicorn. Jamal is there. The two man pick and roll is gonna be. It's not gonna be 2-man pick and roll. It's gonna be 3-man pick and roll. It's gonna be this. Yoke in the center. It's gonna be this. Jamal and Bones are gonna be doing this all day with Jokic just standing there, or MPJ in the corner. Gordon slashing, cutting, diving, dunking. That's what we're that's what we're gonna need for this team, next season. And shoot, it's exciting, it's energetic, and it's young. It's what we need. All right, the backup point guards. We got Ish Smith, and if anybody remembers, because I looked it up and I didn't find anything to say that this man wasn't on the team. Marcus Howard. Marcus Howard, when he started, not last year, the year before that, when he was getting some minutes, he was putting up 20 games. This man was going. This man was scoring 20, 21, 22, 25. Like, he kept getting better and better. He was scoring more and more and more. You know, and it's amazing. When we're talking about somebody that can, you know, create his own shot. Probably not create his own shot, but he can let it fly. You know what I'm saying? He can when he gets the ball, he's not afraid to let it rip. Marcus Howard is a definite talent on this team that hasn't been given enough time to prove that he belongs in the NBA. Um, Shooting guards, like I said, Murray's the starter. We got KCP coming off the bench as the sixth man. That's going to be more realistic than anything else. Excuse me. KCP is probably he's 6'5". But yeah, they list him as 6'5", 204. So I would say he's just a little too small to play to guard a forward, even though some small forwards do cap at like 6'5". It's really like 6'6" to like 6'9" for a small forward around that way. So Contavious, KCP, I gotta call him KCP. KCP is definitely gonna be that perimeter defender that we need, that can hopefully slow down Steph, that can hopefully slow down Dame. I heard John Wall may go to the Clippers. We're gonna need that in him, especially to stop these guards in the West. Man, the guards in the West are the best players in the league, and we gotta get ready. Most of the guys in the East are, they're big, they're long, they focus more on the wing game than the guard game. And so KCP, I believe, is a good pickup. Christian Brown, our rookie that we drafted, I'll give him a B. I'll give him a B for this pick. I'm not too mad at it. I'm looking at the team. I was hoping Jeff Green didn't really opt into his player option. That hopefully we could get a little bit bigger at the four, but we drafted Christian Brown, to help us again with our perimeter defense. He's long. He's also I believe like 6'4", 6'5". He's long. Um, the first thing he'll do is play defense because again we don't really need to worry about the offense with this team. It's gonna always be about the defense and the perimeter defense, shutting these guys from the outside so they can't start generating inside the paint, which is also a giant weakness of ours. We are not big enough, other than Jokic, to really handle the size and the wings in the East. Our To start our threes, MPJ. MPJ is coming off this back injury. Played 9 games, didn't look great. We all knew he didn't look great. He started off terribly. The optimism was there, but he just couldn't do it. So he's coming back with Murray this next season, and I hope we see something, man. I really do. MPJ, we signed him to that early extension, and he's got to prove it, man. If he doesn't show that he can be the guy that we need, especially to generate points at that wing position, if he doesn't show any improvement at all on the defensive side of the ball, it's gonna be rough for us, man. We need MPJ to be successful. We really need him to be healthy this year. And that's something to watch. Our next small forward is Devon Reed. Devon Reed is coming off this two-way contract. Devon Reed's a role player. He's a defender. He's a wing. And we probably need something definitely more than Devon Reed. I won't say Devon Reed's a bad player, but he's definitely probably a C tier, B tier player in terms of you know where the NBA stacks. He's still a player. He's still on the team. I still respect him. He's making millions, but in terms of everybody else on the team, in terms of everybody else in the league, we're gonna need we still need a little more in that wing position. Then our other rookie, Peyton Watson. I'll give him a also give him a B. I think Peyton Watson. I think they said he's around 6'7", around the same size as Devon Reed. MPJ is like 6'11", right? He's like that. He's like long, lean Kevin Durant. Peyton Watson is probably a little stocky, a little bulky. I'll say stocky, not bulky. Stocky, 6'7", wing defender. He loves defense. He loves to play hard, and that's what we're gonna need. But with how Michael Malone just runs the team, I don't see. I don't believe we'll see Watson at all this season. So the free agency is definitely going to be something that we're going to have to look at. Um, our power forwards, Gordon, obviously starter, Jeff Green, opting into his contract, which it hurts us. I'll say that it hurts us more for the fact that Zeke Naji needing to prove himself now more than ever. And if Najee's not playing, if Najee doesn't show like any sign of improvement, if Jeff Green is starting, it gets into the game before Zeke Najee, then Zeke Najee was a bad pick. And having Jeff Green for another full season, the man's pushing 40 on his like 15th NBA team. I don't know, but I believe Zeke Najee needs to find something in him in the summer. He needs to show up in the preseason, and he needs to take that spot from Jeff Green. Jeff Green just needs to be a role player that comes off the bench once in a while. We don't necessarily need him, but we got the young guys that aren't showing or proving that they belong on the court. And finally, the center position. Yes, it's obvious. He's the number one. Now we don't really have a number two center, which is what I hope the Nuggets are going to be looking at in terms of free agency this year. We're making a trade where we're swapping guards, but we definitely still need a backup center. We drafted, we drafted the guy in the second round, Kamagate. I don't know anything about him. I'm sorry, I really am sorry. I don't know anything about this guy. If he's gonna, he's probably more of a developmental piece. I think we picked up an undrafted guy. I'm sorry, I don't know anything about him. I tried looking him up, I couldn't find him. But we still need to find that backup center position to help Jokic, and that's going to be the most important piece in this free agency. All right, that's it. I give our Kamagate. I'll give him a C plus since we did need size. So Kamagate, we'll see what happens. I'm excited for everybody that comes on the Nuggets. Most of the time they don't play, and then they just go somewhere else, and I'm like, okay, well we wasted something there. And I'll say that the Nuggets really did waste this draft. We got length at the guard position. We got a little bit more length in our wings with Christian Brown and Peyton Watson. Defense is going to be the main focal point for this team because what killed us last year was the fact that we couldn't guard Steph, we couldn't guard Clay, and we couldn't guard Jordan Poole all on the floor together. And with KCP coming in, could help. With Christian Brown coming in, could help. We'll have to see how he progresses on the team. And Watson and Kamagate are wait and see projects. It sucks to say that, especially when you have such a phenomenal team, and we're still drafting guys instead of really getting the pieces that we need to get ourselves over the hump. The West is going to be hard this year. It's going to be more competitive than it was last year. Guys are getting better, and the Nuggets, the Nuggets are good too. They just got to stay healthy, and we got to keep our gas on the pedal as much as these guys are. We got to match the energy, and we just got to play better than them. Even if we're still working around small ball lineups, even if our guys aren't what's the word necessarily up to the talent that everybody else is, I still believe that we can do it. I see the Nuggets second round, early prediction, second round, off-season prediction. The second round, we're getting there. So thank you guys. I'm sorry for being gone for so long. 20-minute video, kind of talked out of the box a little bit for more than what I wanted to, but I think this was a good video. KCP, Looking like he's coming to Denver. Barton and Monte Morris looking like they're going to Washington. Let me know what you guys think. Like, subscribe. Peace.